like and subscribe.
What's up, guys? We're back with Marpe update number 12, and today I wanted to talk about some of the changes in your face that you're going to notice if you're going through expansion. I'm a good bit through my expansion. We are over 30 turns, so I've definitely started to notice some of the changes in the midface and my facial structure overall. So we're going to begin with the midface, and that's where you're going to notice most of the changes with Marpe, or really any palate expander. So the way the Marpe works is I have 6 tads screwed into the roof or the bone of my palate, and they have arms coming off the actual expander, which has a screw that you turn, and it basically pushes your maxilla apart, which changes the whole structure of your face. One of the main goals of my treatment was to make the nasal floor bigger, and I've definitely been able to breathe better as a result of my expansion. So Marpe widens the zygoma area. Usually it's only slightly, but I have definitely noticed a change in the overall pop, I guess, on my cheekbones or zygomas. You're gonna notice a slightly broader look in your midface, and probably leading to just a bit of a wider face overall. You might definitely notice it on the bridge of your nose, and your nose might even look a little bit wider to you. And all of these changes, I really don't expect others to notice, but definitely something I've noticed. I've actually had about 2 people just say out of the blue that they've noticed changes in me. So it's not going to be everybody, but some people will notice changes, especially if you tell them you're going through a treatment that has to do with your whole face, expanding your palate, basically the whole skeleton, then they might catch on, honestly. So typically you're going to notice about 1 to 3 millimeters of visible change for anywhere between 4 to 8 millimeters. So I would say the amount of change I've noticed, especially on the zygomas or the zygomatics, are a lot, especially for only 2.5 millimeters, which is what we measured on my last x-ray. I've definitely noticed some changes around my lips as well. I had a pretty thin upper lip, but I'm definitely noticing a bit more of fullness around this area, and maybe even horizontally or going out this way. So Marpe expands outwards, but there is some of an out and a drop forward movement that can occur with any expansion, specifically custom Marpe and FME. I feel like I'm kind of noticing that Bart Simpson, or just the pushed out man cave, or I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I'm definitely noticing a change in just overall this area completely. And I guess that leads us to the hollowness of my cheeks. I definitely don't think I had crazy hollow cheekbones or good face structure before, but ever since I got my split, I feel like I've really noticed the carve-outs kind of in the hollow and sunken in cheekbones, which is a desirable look for some people. And I think the aesthetic benefits that come along with Marpe are most of the time complementary to one's face, but you need to have an experienced provider who knows what they're doing and has gone through countless numbers of expansions, because if you don't, and something goes wrong, like an asymmetry pops up, like one that I'm starting to experience, you're kind of at the will of whatever that provider knows how to do, and it could be very limited if they are under, let's say, 250 expansion cases. So when you're looking for a provider, I would definitely make sure they have a lot of expansions, or they are very heavily invested in getting educated in expansion. So from the research I've done, your nasal tip can actually move up a little bit, which can contribute to the better breathing, better airflow, and help with a reduced look of your eye bag. So that's definitely something that I have suffered with a lot, is the eye bags, or just a tired look under the eyes. And I'm thinking the oxygen, the better oxygenation, and just the fact that we're pulling the skin tighter is definitely having an effect. Dr. Evans did mention I had flat cheekbones before or during my consultation. It's definitely something that I really didn't notice or think about before, but she mentioned it because I was asking what changes or facial changes can you expect to see with a device like Marpe. She mentioned that that is definitely something you can see happen because these bones are coming out and shifting forward. I think it's a little bit too early to tell, but I definitely feel a little bit of more bone right there popping out than I guess I did before subjectively. But I'm not sure if I've noticed a huge change in the overall tiredness or tired look around my eyes or my eye bags overall. So there's definitely things you can use to help mask that if you're a guy and you don't have access to makeup or it's not very normal in your culture to wear makeup. The Ordinary has a caffeine serum that actually is really nice at tightening the area around the under eyes, especially for people like me or possibly like yourself who struggles from under eye bags or just an overall tired look. Even though you might have got plenty of sleep the night before, this whole jaw deficiency problem is a direct correlation to the way your eyes look. So big thing there, and definitely something I'm hoping to see an improvement in over time. So the next thing I'll bring up is the mandible. So I did feel like before my expansion I was slightly recessed, and part of the maxillary expansion is it coming forward a little bit, like I mentioned earlier. And with the orthodontics after the Marpe, and Dr. Evans has communicated this to me, we're possibly going to be using rubber bands or elastics to hook on right here and actually attach to attachments on the lower teeth and pull my mandible forward. It is kind of up in the air, and there's not a lot of research to support that being able to happen in adults. It is, and most of the time done successful in children. And I actually had elastics on my Invisalign, so it's something I'm used to or I've gone through before, so I feel like I can get used to it pretty quickly. And I'm really excited to see the results of the finished product with orthodontics. I played a clip in my last Marpe update of Ron from Jaw Hacks describing how asymmetries can be fixed after orthodontics. So I'm hoping that the orthodontics just puts a nice bow on the whole Marpe experience in general. I'm filming a video, T. So I have my aunt on the line, and she's going to tell you what she thinks of my expansion.
Looking good so far. I mean, I wasn't expecting it. I keep forgetting about it when I talk to you, and then I see it, but it looks good. Progress. You're closer, one step closer to getting what you want.
Started to rain when I was talking to my aunt, but that pretty much wraps up the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and that gives a pretty good overview of some of the facial changes you can expect to see from expansion. Make sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions about Marpe, the facial changes, expansion in general, leave them in the comments. I try to respond to every single comment. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one.